Hey y'all, I want to start out by thanking y'all. Y'all were so sweet. I sent y'all out questions to tell me what y'all would like to see me cook or what would you like to talk about. And y'all responded. And we sent those messages out through Paula Deen Family Kitchen and pauladeen.com. And boy, howdy, y'all were good soldiers. Y'all responded like crazy. So instead of cooking today, I'm just gonna try to answer just some. We got so many, but I'm gonna take a handful and I'm gonna answer them today. And then I'll probably have to do it again. And look here at me, y'all. I'm sitting behind a desk like I'm smart. Like I'm the president. Well, I'm not the president. But so let's shoot, Teresa.
Okay.
What's our first question?
Our first question is, who has inspired you the most in life?
I have gotten that question so many times. Who has been my big inspiration in life? Well, it depends on what part of my life you're talking about. My grandmother Paula, certainly, she paved the way for who I am as far as how I make my living. You know, she taught me everything that she knew in the kitchen, and she was a gourmet cook, but I just didn't know it when she was serving us rabbit and, oh my gosh, what all did, and turtle soup and fish roe. I didn't know that those were really, and rabbit, oh my goodness. I didn't know she was feeding us very upscale-y like. To me, it's just grandma's good old country food. But I have to say that my mother and daddy, and I have to say really my daddy. I got more of my daddy's personality. I never saw him without a smile until he got sick. And it seemed so strange to not see that big old pearly smile on his face. And he was a jokester. And everybody loved him. I mean, he was just, and he taught me things in life. And this is a few of the things I remember him saying. Paula, I know that you think your mama and I are very dumb. But in a few years, you're gonna wake up one morning and look at us and say, how in the hell did they get so smart so quick? I remember that like it was yesterday. And I remember my mother instilling in me, if you don't have enough food to share, then don't eat it in front of others. Let's see what else my daddy said. He said, Paula Ann, because I was a teenager having fun. I'm not kidding. I was every which way I could go. He said, Paula Ann, I don't want you to go out and do things and think that there's nobody watching, that nobody sees it, nobody knows, because somewhere there is somebody in a distance that has seen you, and it will come back to roost. I've never forgotten that. I think that one of the things that Daddy taught me was to be kind to people. That was just very important to him. And I remember one day him telling me, Paula Ann, and I was in school and I had so many friends, and I guess I was yakking about something. I was probably 17 years old. And Daddy said, Paula Ann, I want you to treat everybody like you want to be treated. Because when it comes down to it, you're no better than the next guy. Y'all are all on equal footing, and you treat them kindly. So I have to say, my mother and daddy, they got me going. I didn't have them a whole long time, but they got me going.
Okay, so let us take it to the high notes now.
Okay.
So what was the first dish you prepared that really stuck out to you?
You know, somebody wants to know, do we have any names on these questions?
This is Amanda.
Amanda.
I have
Okay.
some names and some not.
Yay,
so don't
because
be offended.
I love to know who I'm talking to.
This
So
is Amanda.
what was the first dish I made that really stood out to me? Gosh, I don't remember. I've been asked that question before, and I think maybe the first meal I ever made was spaghetti. Don't you think most brides start with spaghetti? I don't remember, honey. That has been 53 years.
Oh, goodness.
Or maybe 54, 55. I can't remember. I got married when I was 18. Don't ever do that, y'all. Don't ever, 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 ever.
Okay, on another note.
Okay.
Tracy asks, and since we just celebrated Easter, what are your favorite Easter traditions with your family?
Oh gosh, Tracy wants to know what my favorite Easter traditions are with my family, and that's definitely, I always have the whole entire family over for either lunch or usually an early dinner, like 4 o'clock. And then all the kids come in and we put their Easter baskets down on the floor. Well, we have them sitting up there on that banquette, and then all the kids go up and get their Easter basket with it's got their name tag on it. And they just tear into them. And then I remember when Jack's 13 now, but when he was like 2 or 2.5 years old, the first Easter, it was the only grandchild that we had, and I filled up all these eggs with money. You know, those plastic eggs? And when it was over, Jack had collected $167 in his Easter eggs. So I don't do that much anymore, but I do a golden egg, and I'll slip a 5 in some of the eggs, but we always have so much fun doing those Easter egg hunts here on our land here at the house, because we got some good hiding places, Tracy.
So another question, what's your favorite quick dinner when you're short on time?
What is my favorite quick dinner when I'm short of time? Who's asking that?
I believe this is Dusty. This is
Dusty.
not one whose name is really spelled out for me.
Okay, so maybe it's Dusty. You know, I think one of my favorite quick meals, and this was always a favorite of my sons when they were growing up. I'd take a head of cabbage, cut it up, and put it in the skillet and fry it, and then I would go to my pantry and get out a can of corned beef. And I'm gonna make that on one of the little cooking YouTube videos, because you can't imagine just how good that is and how nourishing. Oh, and with some mashed potatoes and lace hoe cakes, honey, but that's not too quick. But corned beef and cabbage is real quick.
Okay, so Monica wants to know, what's your favorite comfort food? We got a few
Oh,
of them.
Monica, what is my favorite comfort food, honey? You know it's taters. You know it's potatoes. I never met a potato that I didn't love.
Tell them about
there-
Michael and your potato.
Huh?
Tell them about Michael and your potato and an island.
Oh. One day Michael asked me, y'all, if you were on a deserted island, if you were going to a deserted island and you weren't going to be able to get back home, what would you carry with you? And I said, you know I would carry a potato with me. And I said, why? What would you carry? And he looked at me, he said, well, you dummy, I'd have carried my boat so I could get back home. He's funny like that. So that's all the time I've got to answer the questions today, but we'll continue this if y'all want to. It's up to you.